challenge with my wife, sir. And having been in ministry for quite some years, my major problem is this, sir, that I discovered around me that my wife seemed to be the least person growing amongst my inner core members. She's not growing at all. And I've done all that I could do as a pastor to ensure that she grows. And it is worrying me. I have prayed in prayers and in the word. In prayers and the word.
Okay. Which areas can you look at and say she's doing very good in this area?
Actually, if I see her more, she's more of a matter. More of a matter. As in Mary and Martha. I'm looking at Mary and Martha. So she's more in the church. She has strength to serve here. As eventually one day.
That is her calling. That's what she came to do in your life and ministry.
Yes, sir.
You are doing the wrong thing.
Okay, sir.
After some time of serving in the place of her strength and where she feels welcome and feels appreciated, you will see her opening up to growth in different areas. What you should do is magnify her ministry. Make what she is doing so important and so attractive that she feels important enough and safe enough to learn new things. Why she is not growing is because you are measuring her with others. And she is not feeling free. And she's afraid that every mistake she makes will register. And because of the fear of failure, she has no chance for growth. But if you magnify her own area of strength and make that area where everything matters, you will find out that when people begin to honor her for service and she has an one-up on that area, then taking the risk of failure in that area reduces. You are not hearing me. You see, the reason a lot of people are not finding their wives able to flow is simply because they don't give unconditional love. Love her. Your wife is not an assistant pastor. Your wife is your wife. You didn't marry her for the ministry. You married her for your marriage. Enjoy your wife. Come back home and forget church discussion. And discuss in the other room. No, is anybody hearing me? Forget church discussion. Your home is not a family seminar. Don't ever do that. You see, when I started ministry newly, a few persons that were around me used to look at my wife and say, oh, she's not spiritual. And I laugh. I live with her. I know that none of them compares to her. But I also know that out in public, she didn't like to express. I know that. So I just ignore them. But because I knew she didn't like to express in public, I put buffers between her and them. So she doesn't jump in. Because when we started, she was leading prayers. After that, she started leading the youth church. And then she said to us, the children are coming, to back off and give the children attention since I'm jumping up and down. So in trying to back off and give the children attention, they thought she wasn't spiritual. Because she wasn't jumping up and down, going from place to place, doing all kinds of things I am doing as a pastor. They didn't know her strategy was the children. I don't know if you are getting what I'm talking to. And that was it. So I just ignored every one of them and all of that. The moment the children grew to a certain level, she took off. That's simple. So stop what you are doing. You are hurting your marriage. You are creating tension in your home. And I don't see a medical doctor that is in the theater that the wife is the one giving him scalpel and all of that. You are the one God called. Stop all this Nigeria traditional thinking that if your wife is not doing this and doing that, church can't grow. That's a lie. Quote me anywhere, that's a lie. There is no apostle you know their wife. If the calling included them, it will be in the Bible. We keep following what somebody dictated and not what the Bible said. There is not one apostle who you know their wife. Even the chief apostle Paul didn't go about with any wife. No, you're not hearing me. He's the one that said that Peter moves about with a wife. Yes, that's true. But where's Peter, Paul's wife? Which other apostle did you see in the Bible that the wife made a comment in church? Or when they were writing one of their books, epistles, Peter said, my wife greets you. You see, listen, why I take impact seriously is because we have confused so many things in the church. With the patterns of elders, it became the doctrines of the church. But that's not true. So you kill your marriage for nothing. So if I'm going to travel anywhere and my wife must follow me as a handbag, as if she doesn't have a life of her own, I won't do that. I'm sorry. If you want to follow, follow. If you can't follow, go and rest. Are we still talking to somebody here too? I need you to catch that. And please listen. It's very important for you to have your wife regularly with you. But it's not the law. If you doubt me, if anybody confronts you, show him that I said none of the apostles will know their wife. Just that statement alone will quell their riot. You're quiet here. If you hear my voice, say yes. You see, until I said it now, your brain never thought that. Come, am I talking? Until I said it now, your brain never went there. No, it can't work. It can't work. I told you one time, one of the people, then he has left Impact now. Then he was part of us. No, okay, before he became part of us. And then after he jumped away again. One that was in my office. He's senior to me. His wife came to see me. I thought she just came to greet me. Pastor, no, your friend beat me. Oh. I said, what? He beat you in the sense of spiritual or physical. He said, he beat me. See my wound. So I picked my phone and I called him. How are you? He said, fine. Where are you? He said, oh, this. He thought he was bantering. He said, Kai. I said, are you free today? He said, yes. He said, please, make we meet in my office. I beg. Make we just gist. He entered and started rushing to the office because we're going to gist. When he came, he saw his wife there. He was shocked. He didn't know his wife has come to my office. I said, oh boy, you must explain to me today why you slap this one. He said, she's not spiritual. He said, the struggle we're having in the ministry is her. He said, people are looking at her and then they're discouraged. His eyes talking. Just like you're talking. Mention A, mention B. So he finished talking and all the questions I asked him, he said, I say, how many persons you say are engineers working on the building site and the wife is there carrying pom-pom? I said, when will you learn? I said, at this age, you are still fighting with your wife over every time you wake up, you afflict the whole family with fasting. It's an affliction. And your wife said, I'm not fasting today. Quarrel has started. Listen to me. You can grow your ministry without those things. I can guarantee you that. So please don't do that again.
The second question, sir.